Why is financial literacy not taught in schools? Some people speculate that there are elites that want to keep people poor so they can keep them under their thumb. Why is it not taught in school? It's the simplest thing. We learn the most.
Well, it's useless. It's useless. I zoned out in high school. I hated it.
Then why do we teach anything in high school?
It's such an obvious. It's such an. I mean, I agree with you guys 100%. It's because our educational system is absolutely broken. I mean, I went to a school where I was taking Latin classes. You know, no disrespect to formation language, but give me a break, right? I mean,
art.
100%. I mean, I went to Georgetown. Georgetown's top 10 school in the country and in the world. It's it's up there every single year. I can't tell you how many nonsense classes that we took in I don't want to disrespect I mean, I could go down the list of worthless classes that I took there, but you had liberal arts majors who couldn't calculate mortgage, who had no idea what the difference between principal and interest was, right? I mean,
compound interest. The fact that probably less than 50% of people know about compound interest is a crime.
Credit score. How to get an 800 credit score.
How to open up how to get a home mortgage, how to get a car lease, how to the difference between interest, principal, or how to calculate any of it, right? I mean, how the stock markets work, how the bond markets work, and I'm not talking about complicated quant, right? I'm talking about just the fundamentals of all of it. Yeah, exactly. How the FICO system works, and why you might want to actually maintain a high score, and no, and hey, by the way, even just basics, how to open up a bank account, savings account, all right? What a 401k is and how to utilize it effectively and what you should be doing with it. No, we are grossly, and by the way, and that's before you get into just the basic concepts of economics and other things that can help in your daily life and business. But
why is that not taught?
Because we have an incompetent educational system. I mean, guys, we have an educational system in our country that's ranked 10th and 30th in the world, and we spend 7 to 10 times the amount per pupil, educating people, right? The curriculum. I mean, this is something my father's fought so hard against, right? I mean, look at the DEI curriculum that you've had over the last, in the woke curriculum. I mean, they're teaching revisionist history. We couldn't get past the fact that they were going up to first graders, drawing a line across a chalkboard, male, female, little Johnny, go put your mark on the line as to, where you think you are on the spectrum of, confusing it. I mean, we got over that about 8 months ago when my father got into office and absolutely killed that entire curriculum. But this is where our country was going in terms of the educational teachings, let alone trying to teach them, financial literacy, which there is nothing more important to the world, right? Let me say that there is nothing more important. I would get rid of half of the curriculum, and I would translate that over to, and by the way, you know what else should be taught? Basic trades, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I have some of the smartest friends who do exceptionally well, who couldn't hang that picture on the wall. Zero chance. And if they did, the thing is going to be crooked as hell. They're certainly not lining up two pictures and having them be within an eighth of an inch of one another, right? They would have zero chance of being able to do it. Like, how about actually teaching some people some real world skills so when they move into their first apartment, they can mount the TV and actually find a stud in the wall, right? And I think our educational system is broken, and it's a great shame.
Well, we were thinking that's something we're extremely passionate about, and if there ever isn't an initiative to increase financial literacy in school,
we'd love to be
any way we could be included.
Oh my gosh,
that would make our dreams come true. We'll work for free. We just want to make sure people understand the basics of investing the safe way.
I'll partner up with you guys.
Please, that would be incredible.
He's already taught millions of people.
Yeah.
Like, people come up to him on the street all the time.
Thank you.
I opened up a Roth IRA because of Graham. Simple.
I would love to see. I did a whole analysis on this, and it seemed like once the government began subsidizing a lot of public schools and colleges, the amount of money per student stayed the exact same, but the amount of money for administrative and staff skyrocketed.
Yeah. Have you ever actually seen the charts where they take the amount of student loans, meaning the actual monetary supply of student loans outstanding, and they actually track that to college tuitions?
Mm-hmm.
And the more money that they put into the system,
the more they charge.
It almost tracks perfectly,
yes.
right? It's like Bitcoin and M2, right? They almost track perfectly.
Who would have thought?
No, it's crazy. And, they'll be charging $90,000 for a degree, and, somebody will come out with a basket weaving major, and you're sitting there saying, I don't know, like maybe some of these schools, especially when you're getting financial assistance, maybe they should actually peg it to the amount your career will pay when you come out of that very institution, based on that respective major, because it's, I mean, how many times do you hear somebody coming out of school with a given degree, and they're making $25,000 a year, and they spent $80,000 a year for a 3-year period of time, 4-year period of time to get that respective major, and they're just never going to be able to pay it back. You're giving the person, the chance of either you default, on your student loans, or just never fill it and live behind an interest clock and interest payments for the rest of your life. I mean, it's.
Now, what's also interesting is that also correlated with mortgages as well. That the overall size of someone's mortgage was correlated almost exact to the amount of government loans that were issued.
Yeah.
So that's also something that I find kind of interesting, that housing prices also went up along the same as what they were able to get as a mortgage.
I'm the biggest proponent of higher education, right? The biggest if done right. I can make a solid argument, and it hurts me to say this, but I can make a solid argument for what the price of a lot of these colleges are charging and for the product that they're putting out. You'd be much better off taking the $300,000 that education would have, right?
Oh, yeah.
100%.
And
Put it in an
invest
ETF,
it.
like do anything else with it.
Do anything else. Yeah, put it in an ETF, attracting the S&P 500,
down payment on a house.
Yeah, make 12% a year every year for, in perpetuity, add to that every single day by going to, saving, starting a career saving.
And it's 4 years of time too that you're sinking into.
Yeah,
it
100%.
well. Yeah.
And get a great jump start. There's almost no question about it. I think our colleges in this country have a lot of soul searching to do.
If you've ever been denied a car loan, credit card, or even an apartment because of what's on your credit report, you are not alone. Most people don't even know what's hurting their credit score, let alone how to fix it. That is exactly where our sponsor DisputeBeast comes in. It's an AI-powered platform that helps you find and remove outdated or inaccurate items from your credit report fast.
We're talking things like late payments, old accounts and collections, or even accounts that don't belong to you. Not to mention, how it works is super easy. You connect your credit report, and DisputeBeast scans it for negative marks that could be dragging down your score. Then it generates custom dispute letters tailored for your situation, no templates and no guesswork.
You could choose to just download the data and send it to the agencies yourself, or you can use their built-in mail service where they will literally handle everything for you.
It's honestly just really clean and simple to use, and it's built by experts.
So if you're ready to take back control of your credit, go to DisputeBeast.com/ICH today. There's also a link down below in the description, DisputeBeast.com/ICH. Guys, they will literally handle everything for you. If you're dissatisfied with your credit, they will do all of the research, let you know what's going wrong, and they will fight for you. DisputeBeast.com/ICH. Thank you so much to DisputeBeast for sponsoring this clip.